Every single day, millions of people are going through the motions, living on autopilot, letting life happen to them instead of making life happen for them. But let me tell you something, the moment you decide to wake up and take control is the moment your life transforms. Waking up to your reality is one of the most critical steps in taking control of your life. It's easy to live on autopilot, going through the same motions day after day without truly understanding where you are or where you're headed. But to create meaningful change, you first need to take a hard look at your current situation. This requires honesty, courage, and a willingness to confront truths you may have been avoiding. Many people are stuck in patterns they don't even realize are holding them back. Perhaps it's a job that no longer fulfills you, relationships that drain you, or habits that keep you stagnant. Until you shine a light on these areas, they'll continue to keep you stuck. The process begins with self-reflection. Set aside time to ask yourself important questions. What does my life look like right now? Am I happy with the direction I'm going in? Are there areas where I feel unfulfilled or dissatisfied? This kind of introspection can be uncomfortable because it forces you to face parts of your life that aren't working. However, discomfort is often a sign that growth is needed. Without this awareness, it's impossible to make meaningful changes because you'll be trying to fix problems you haven't fully defined. Once you've assessed your reality, the next step is to accept it without judgment. Many people get stuck in a cycle of regret or self-blame, thinking about all the things they could have done differently. While it's natural to feel this way, dwelling on the past doesn't help. What's done is done. The key is to take ownership of where you are now and commit to moving forward. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means understanding that where you are today is simply the starting point for where you want to go. Acknowledging your reality also involves recognizing the external factors influencing your life. Perhaps there are circumstances beyond your control, like economic challenges or family responsibilities, that impact your current situation. While these factors are real and valid, it's important not to let them become excuses. Instead, view them as part of the puzzle you need to solve. Even if you can't change everything, you can always change your response to it. Shifting your mindset from "this is happening to me" to "this is happening for me" can be transformative. Challenges become opportunities to grow stronger and more resilient. Another critical aspect of waking up to your reality is understanding your strengths and weaknesses. Take stock of what you're good at and what you need to improve. Are there skills you've been neglecting? Are there areas where you consistently fall short? This kind of self-assessment helps you build a clear picture of what you bring to the table and what you need to work on. It's not about being overly critical of yourself. It's about gaining clarity so you can take deliberate, focused action. Waking up to your reality also means letting go of illusions. We often cling to outdated beliefs about ourselves or our potential. Maybe you've told yourself for years that you're not capable of achieving your dreams or that success is only for other people. These limiting beliefs can become so deeply ingrained that they feel like facts. But they're not. They're stories you've been telling yourself, and they can be rewritten. The moment you decide to challenge these beliefs is the moment you start to reclaim your power. Waking up to your reality means embracing a growth mindset. This means understanding that your current situation is not permanent. No matter how far behind you feel or how many mistakes you've made, there's always room to improve. The life you want isn't as far out of reach as it seems, but it starts with seeing things as they truly are. From there, you can begin to shape a new path, one decision at a time. Wake up, face your truth, and take control of what comes next. Taking full responsibility for your life is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others or external circumstances for the challenges you face. You might point to your upbringing, your environment, or even bad luck as the reasons you're not where you want to be. While these factors may have influenced your journey, the reality is that they don't define your destination. What truly matters is your response to those challenges. Taking responsibility is not about ignoring the difficulties you faced. It's about deciding that you have the power to shape your future regardless of them. The first step in taking responsibility is understanding the distinction between what's within your control and what isn't. There will always be things you can't change: other people's actions, the economy, or the weather, for instance. But you always have control over how you respond to these factors. Blaming external circumstances may provide temporary relief, but it ultimately leaves you powerless. When you shift your focus to what you can control, your attitude, your actions, and your mindset, you take back your power. This mindset shift is essential for creating meaningful change in your life. Owning your decisions is another key aspect of taking responsibility. Every choice you've made, whether big or small, has contributed to where you are today. This doesn't mean beating yourself up for past mistakes or poor decisions. It means acknowledging them and learning from them. Mistakes are inevitable, but there are also valuable opportunities for growth. Instead of viewing them as failures, see them as lessons that can guide you toward better choices in the future. Taking ownership of your decisions allows you to move forward with clarity and confidence. It's also important to recognize that taking responsibility extends to your thoughts and beliefs. The way you think about yourself and the world has a profound impact on your actions and outcomes. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that success is out of reach, or that life is unfair, you're setting yourself up for failure. These negative beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies. By taking responsibility for your thoughts, you can challenge and replace them with more empowering beliefs. This mental shift can open up new possibilities and help you see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. Another crucial aspect of taking responsibility is letting go of the victim mentality. When you see yourself as a victim, you give away your power to change. While it's natural to feel hurt or frustrated by life's difficulties, staying in that mindset only keeps you stuck. Taking responsibility means acknowledging the pain but refusing to let it define you. It's about saying, this happened and it hurt, but I have the strength to move forward and create something better. This shift requires courage and resilience, but it's one of the most liberating changes you can make. Taking responsibility also involves holding yourself accountable for your goals. It's not enough to set ambitious targets. You need to commit to the actions required to achieve them. This means showing up for yourself every day, even when it's hard, and refusing to make excuses. Accountability doesn't mean being perfect. It means being honest with yourself about your progress and staying committed to your vision. When you take responsibility for your goals, you stop waiting for someone else to give you permission or make things easier. Instead, you take control of your destiny. Taking responsibility is a continuous process. It's not a one-time decision, but a daily commitment. There will be times when you fall short or feel tempted to blame others, and that's okay. What matters is that you recognize these moments and course correct. Taking responsibility is about progress, not perfection. Each day offers a new opportunity to take charge of your life and move closer to the person you want to become. By embracing responsibility, you claim the power to create a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. This is the foundation of true freedom and fulfillment. Defining your goals clearly is one of the most critical steps in taking control of your life. Without clear goals, you're like a ship drifting aimlessly at sea, letting the tides of circumstance push you wherever they may. Goals provide direction, purpose, and a roadmap for action. They give you a reason to wake up every morning with intention and focus. However, setting effective goals isn't just about having a vague idea of what you want. It requires precision, planning, and a deep understanding of your values and aspirations. The first step in defining your goals is to identify what truly matters to you. Too often, people set goals based on societal expectations, peer pressure, or fleeting desires. But goals that aren't rooted in your genuine passions and values are likely to bring fulfillment. Take time to reflect on what makes you feel alive, what aligns with your principles, and what kind of life you envision for yourself. This process requires honesty and self-awareness. You might need to let go of goals that aren't truly yours and embrace aspirations that reflect your unique path. Once you've identified what matters to you, it's important to make your goals specific and measurable. A goal like I want to be successful or I want to be happier is too vague to be actionable. What does success look like to you? Is it achieving a certain position at work, starting your own business, or mastering a skill? Similarly, what does happiness mean to you? Does it involve spending more time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby, or improving your health? The clearer your goals are, the easier it is to create a plan to achieve them. Use measurable terms such as a specific income level, weight goal, or timeline to track your progress. Breaking your goals into smaller, manageable steps is equally important. Big goals can feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination or self-doubt. By dividing your aspirations into smaller milestones, you create a sense of momentum and accomplishment. For example, if your goal is to write a book, start by setting smaller objectives like outlining the chapters, writing a certain number of words per day, and revising one section at a time. Each small step brings you closer to your larger goal, making the process more manageable and less intimidating. Setting a timeline for your goals adds another layer of structure and accountability. Deadlines create urgency and help you stay focused. Without a timeline, even the most well-defined goals can get pushed aside by distractions or competing priorities. Be realistic but firm with your deadlines. If you want to learn a new skill, decide how much time you'll dedicate to it each week and set a target date for achieving proficiency. This kind of structured planning keeps your goals from becoming distant dreams and turns them into actionable priorities. It's also important to regularly review and adjust your goals. Life is unpredictable and circumstances can change. Goals that were meaningful to you a year ago might no longer resonate, or you may discover new passions that shift your direction. Reviewing your goals allows you to stay aligned with your current values and priorities. It's not a failure to revise or abandon a goal, it's a sign of growth and adaptability. The key is to remain flexible while staying committed to the overall process of self-improvement and progress. Visualization and emotional connection can significantly enhance your ability to achieve your goals. Picture yourself accomplishing your objectives. Imagine how it will feel, what it will look like, and how it will impact your life. This emotional connection creates motivation and makes your goals feel more real and attainable. Write your goals down and keep them somewhere visible, like a journal, a vision board, or even a sticky note on your desk. This constant reminder reinforces your commitment and helps you stay focused. Defining your goals requires courage. It takes bravery to declare what you want and to pursue it wholeheartedly, especially when the path is uncertain or when others doubt you. Setting clear goals means taking a stand for the life you want to create. It's a declaration that you are in charge of your destiny and that you refuse to settle for anything less than your best. By defining your goals clearly, you take the first and most vital step toward living a life of purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. Fear and doubt are two of the most significant barriers to taking control of your life and achieving your goals. They creep into your mind, convincing you that you're not capable, that the risks are too great, or that failure is inevitable. Overcoming fear and doubt isn't easy, but it is essential for growth. These emotions, while natural, often hold you back from realizing your true potential. The key is to understand them, confront them, and ultimately transform them into stepping stones toward success. Fear often arises from uncertainty. When faced with a situation where the outcome is unknown, your mind instinctively tries to protect you by steering you away from perceived danger. This might have been helpful in a survival context, but in modern life, fear can be a major obstacle to progress. For example, fear of failure can stop you from pursuing a career change, starting a business, or taking on a new challenge. However, it's important to recognize that fear is not an indicator of actual danger. It's often a signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And stepping out of your comfort zone is where growth happens. Doubt on the other hand, often stems from internal beliefs about your abilities. You might doubt whether you're smart enough, talented enough, or resilient enough to achieve your goals. These doubts are usually rooted in past experiences, criticism from others, or societal pressures that have shaped your perception of yourself. The problem with doubt is that it creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe you're not capable, you're less likely to take action, and inaction guarantees no progress. To overcome doubt, you need to reframe your self-belief and focus on your strengths and achievements, no matter how small they may seem. One of the most effective ways to overcome fear and doubt is to face them head on. Avoidance might feel comfortable in the short term, but it only allows fear and doubt to grow stronger over time. Start by identifying what exactly you're afraid of or doubtful about. Is it fear of failing? Fear of judgment? Doubt about your skills? Once you name it, it becomes less overwhelming. Then challenge these fears and doubts by asking yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Often, the worst case scenario isn't nearly as catastrophic as your mind makes it out to be. And even if the worst happens, you're likely to find that you can handle it and learn from it. Another powerful strategy is to take small steps toward your goal. Fear and doubt often feel overwhelming because you're looking at the big picture and imagining everything that could go wrong. By breaking your goal into smaller, manageable actions, you reduce the intimidation factor and build confidence with each step you take. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, start by practicing in front of a friend or recording yourself. These small wins accumulate, making the larger challenge seem more achievable. Building a support system is also crucial. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and encourage your growth. Having a mentor, coach, or supportive friend can make a huge difference in overcoming fear and doubt. They can provide perspective, share their own experiences, and remind you of your capabilities when you're feeling unsure. Sometimes, just knowing that someone else believes in you is enough to help you push through self-doubt. Mindset shifts are another essential part of the process. Fear and doubt often come from focusing on the possibility of failure rather than the opportunity for success. Train yourself to focus on the potential rewards and the growth you'll experience by stepping out of your comfort zone. Instead of thinking, what if I fail, ask yourself, what if I succeed? This simple reframe can inspire you to take action and move forward despite your fears. Remember that fear and doubt are normal parts of the journey. Even the most successful people experience them. What sets achievers apart is their ability to act despite these emotions. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward in its presence. Every time you confront fear or overcome doubt, you strengthen your resilience and prove to yourself that you're capable. Over time, the things that once scared you become stepping stones to even greater accomplishments. Fear and doubt may never disappear completely, but they don't have to control your life. By understanding their origins, taking small steps, reframing your mindset, and leaning on your support system, you can transform these barriers into opportunities for growth. Every time you face your fears, you take back control of your life, moving closer to the person you're meant to become. Discipline is the foundation of progress, and committing to daily discipline is essential if you want to take control of your life and achieve your goals. While motivation can spark excitement and get you started, it's discipline that keeps you moving forward when the initial enthusiasm fades. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's a habit, a mindset, and a skill that can be developed over time, and it's the key to bridging the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The first step in building discipline is understanding that it's a choice. Every day you're presented with opportunities to either move closer to your goals or drift further away from them. Discipline is the decision to prioritize long-term success over short-term comfort. It's waking up early to work on your dreams instead of hitting the snooze button. It's choosing to exercise when you'd rather relax, or working on a project when you prefer to scroll through social media. These small, consistent choices add up over time and create significant results. One of the most effective ways to develop discipline is to create a routine. Routines simplify decision-making by eliminating the need to constantly choose between what's easy and what's necessary. When you establish a routine, your daily actions become automatic, reducing the temptation to stray from your goals. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, schedule your workouts at the same time each day. By making it a non-negotiable part of your routine, you remove the mental debate about whether or not to do it. Over time, these habits become ingrained, making discipline feel more natural and less forced. Setting clear priorities is another critical aspect of discipline. Without a clear sense of what matters most, it's easy to get distracted or overwhelmed by competing demands. Take time to identify your most important goals and focus your energy on the actions that will bring you closer to achieving them. This means learning to say no to activities that don't align with your priorities. Discipline isn't just about doing more, it's about doing the right things consistently. By concentrating on what truly matters, you maximize your progress and avoid wasting time on distractions. Accountability is another powerful tool for building discipline. When you hold yourself accountable, you create a system of checks and balances that keeps you on track. This could involve tracking your progress, setting deadlines, or sharing your goals with someone you trust. External accountability, like working with a mentor, coach, or accountability partner, can also be highly effective. Knowing that someone else is expecting you to follow through can provide the extra push you need to stay disciplined, especially on days when your motivation wanes. It's also important to acknowledge that discipline doesn't mean perfection. There will be days when you slip up or fall short of your expectations, and that's okay. What matters is your ability to bounce back and keep going. Discipline is about consistency, not flawless execution. Instead of beating yourself up over a missed workout or a day of procrastination, focus on getting back on track as quickly as possible. Progress is a marathon, not a sprint, and small setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Another key to maintaining discipline is to connect your daily actions to your larger purpose. When you have a clear understanding of why you're pursuing your goals, it becomes easier to stay disciplined. Remind yourself of the rewards and benefits that come with achieving your objectives. Visualize the future you're working toward and let that vision fuel your determination. When your purpose is strong, discipline becomes less about willpower and more about commitment to what truly matters to you. Celebrate your progress along the way. Discipline can sometimes feel like a grind, especially when you're not seeing immediate results. Acknowledge and reward yourself for your efforts, even for small victories. This positive reinforcement helps you stay motivated and reinforces the habits you're building. Over time, the satisfaction of making consistent progress will outweigh the temporary discomfort of staying disciplined. Discipline is the cornerstone of success. It's the practice of showing up for yourself every day, regardless of how you feel or the challenges you face. By developing routines, setting priorities, holding yourself accountable, and staying connected to your purpose, you can cultivate the discipline needed to achieve your goals. While the process requires effort and persistence, the rewards are well worth it. Discipline not only helps you take control of your life, but also empowers you to create a future that reflects your highest potential. Acknowledging progress and learning from failures are two essential elements in the journey toward personal growth and success. Both are equally important, yet they often get overlooked. Many people are so focused on their ultimate goals that they forget to celebrate the small wins along the way. At the same time, failure can feel discouraging, leading some to abandon their pursuits altogether. However, recognizing your achievements and reframing failures as opportunities for growth are crucial for maintaining motivation and building resilience. Progress is often incremental, and acknowledging it helps you stay motivated. Every step forward, no matter how small, deserves recognition. If your goal is to run a marathon, completing your first mile is a victory. If you're working on a career change, securing an informational interview is an achievement. These moments are proof that you're moving closer to your objective. Celebrating progress reinforces positive behavior and creates momentum. It's a reminder that the effort you're putting in is making a difference, which can fuel your determination to keep going. Acknowledging progress also cultivates gratitude. It shifts your focus from what you haven't achieved yet to what you've already accomplished. This perspective helps combat feelings of frustration or impatience, which can arise when success feels far away. Take time to reflect on how far you've come. Write down your achievements, no matter how small, and revisit them whenever you're feeling stuck or unmotivated. These reflections serve as a powerful reminder that you are capable of progress and growth. On the flip side, learning from failures is equally critical. Failure is an inevitable part of any journey, but it's how you respond to it that determines your ultimate success. Instead of viewing failure as a sign that you're not good enough, see it as a valuable learning experience. Each setback provides an opportunity to gain insight into what didn't work and why. Was it a lack of preparation, a flawed strategy, or perhaps external circumstances beyond your control? By analyzing your failures, you can identify areas for improvement and make adjustments moving forward. Failure also builds resilience. Each time you face a setback and choose to keep going, you strengthen your ability to persevere. This resilience is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up. It's important to remember that failure doesn't define you, it's simply a temporary state. Some of the most successful people in the world have faced significant failures but used them as stepping stones to success. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset turns failure into a tool for progress rather than a barrier. Learning from failure also involves reframing how you perceive it. Instead of seeing it as a dead end, view it as feedback. Failure provides clarity and direction, helping you understand what needs to change. For example, if a business venture doesn't succeed, the experience might teach you more about your target audience, market demands, or operational strategies. These lessons are invaluable and often pave the way for future success. A critical component of both acknowledging progress and learning from failure is self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when things don't go as planned or when you feel you're not moving quickly enough. However, treating yourself with kindness and understanding can make all the difference. Recognize that progress is rarely linear. There will be ups and downs, and that's okay. What matters is that you're putting in the effort and staying committed to your goals. Another way to foster growth through progress and failure is to seek feedback from others. Sometimes an outside perspective can provide insights you might have missed. Whether it's a mentor, a coach, or a trusted friend, having someone to help you reflect on your journey can be incredibly valuable. They can point out progress you may have overlooked or help you reframe a failure in a constructive way. Use both progress and failure as tools to refine your goals. As you move forward, you may find that your original objectives no longer align with your values or priorities. This is a natural part of growth. Use the insights gained from your achievements and setbacks to adjust your goals, making them more meaningful and realistic. This iterative process ensures that you're always working towards something that genuinely matters to you. In the end, acknowledging progress and learning from failure are not just strategies for achieving success, they are practices for cultivating a growth-oriented mindset. They help you stay motivated, resilient, and adaptable even in the face of challenges. By celebrating your wins and embracing your setbacks, you create a path toward continuous improvement and fulfillment.